What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Daily Dysfunction, the show where I prove you can be self-aware and still make every bad decision twice. This week, I tried meditating, journaling, and drinking celery juice, and somehow I still yelled at a printer for 3 minutes straight. And that's adulting at its finest. Adulthood is just one long game of fake it and pray nobody checks the math. Nobody knows what they're doing. We're all improvising like the substitute teacher that got called in at 6 a.m. still hungover and is just rolling in a TV. We act like we have routines, discipline, systems. I get up at 5. I journal, I hydrate. No, you don't. You wake up in a panic, grab your phone like it's life support, and scroll for 12 minutes deciding if you're even worth keeping alive today. I call that morning mindset. You drink green juice you hate, you say words like alignment and intention, and then you completely emotionally unravel because you couldn't find the charger you like. Oh my God, my phone's at 3%. Yeah, so is your marriage. Breathe. We don't have growth, we have branding. We don't heal. We rebrand the damage and sell it back to ourselves as doing the work. Your life's on fire, but you lit a candle, so now it's self-care. And nothing proves any of that more than looking at it from the outside, which is this week's update. Whoever's writing reality right now needs to log off and drink some water. AI companies are now selling virtual girlfriends that nag you for not texting back. That's where we're at, because apparently men said, you know what's missing from my current loneliness and depression? More feedback and criticism from females. There are dudes paying $19.99 a month for a woman made of code to tell them you don't communicate properly. Come to my house for an evening with my wife and she can do that for free. She's not gonna like that joke, but worth it. And it gets sadder because the AI will sext you, validate you, gaslight you, and then invoice you. So basically a real relationship just with less lying about having guy friends that are like brothers. Then Elon Musk pops up out of nowhere like Willy Wonka for incels. We're working on a brain chip that can store your memories forever. I don't even trust you with cars, bro. Every Tesla update is like, we fixed the bug where the steering wheel locks and you die. And you're asking me, you want to plug your skull into this? Store my memories? I can't even store groceries. Half my fridge is sauce. I have the diet of a divorced linebacker. If you upload my brain, it's just horny, tired, and streaming platforms passwords. Netflix is now going to charge extra if you fall asleep mid-binge. They jumped in like, oh, you're mentally unwell too? Cool, that'll be an extra $6.99 a month. I love that. I love that corporations looked at depression naps and said, how do we monetize this? Imagine getting a bill. Hey, quick thing, we noticed you blacked out during episode 4 of Murder Wives of Milwaukee, so we went ahead and upgraded you to Premium Trauma 2.0. In sports, bro, a pickleball brawl broke out at a senior community in Boca Raton. Pickleball. Nothing says active lifestyle like 2 retirees throwing hands over cardio with a paddle. 2 retirees squared up over a line call. One guy's like, I'll end you. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but gentlemen, the end is already near for both of you. Might be time to relax. Anyway, that's the update. AI girlfriends, Elon in your head, Netflix taxing your sadness, and elderly people fight clubbing over cardio. Let's talk about the gym because somehow that's still dumber. The gym's the only place where everyone's insecure but acting confident. It's church for people who believe in glutes, which honestly is beautiful. It's like watching anxiety cosplay as dominance. Bro science is scripture now. You ask any guy for advice, he turns into Old Testament. Brother, you gotta go to failure. Yeah, I go to failure every time I open my banking app. Brother, you gotta push through the pain. Cool, can you teach me that when I'm staring at an email from Wells Fargo? Like, hey, quick question, where'd your money go? Pre-workout is socially acceptable meth. Dudes are shaking like they saw God. One guy told me it's all natural. Yeah, bro, so is cocaine. Nature makes a lot of bad decisions. And everybody's filming. Everybody thinks they're content. There's always some dude shadowboxing in the mirror like he's about to fight for custody. No, you're not. You're a 5'8" IT contractor named Trevor who gets winded tying his shoes. Sit down before you code out. The mirror at the gym isn't for form, it's confession. It's staring at yourself like, do I look fixed yet? No, you look like abandonment issues with shoulders. And then you hit the locker room and there's always this one old naked dude who just built like sadness and deli meat giving TED Talks with his balls out. He's like, you gotta invest in real estate. That's where the money's at. Yeah, okay, I'll get right on that. But first, can you invest in a pair of shorts, Larry? I think it's time to put your retirement plan back into your pants. You leave the gym exhausted physically, humiliated emotionally, and slightly aroused, which is basically marriage prep. Marriage is the gym of emotions. Same muscle groups, same pain, no off day. Every fight is the same fight in different outfits. It's always, you're not listening. I am listening. I just disagreed. That's not listening. That's having a thought and contributing to the conversation. She's like, that's not what I meant. Then say what you meant. Why is my marriage an escape room? Why are there riddles? Why are there charades and guess who? You can fix the car, pay the bills, cook, fold, handle bedtime, do dishes, solve world hunger, and she'll be like, yeah, but you didn't grab the decorative throw pillow for the little bench that no one sits on. Forget one throw pillow and you're emotionally unavailable. I'm sorry I didn't emotionally support the accent fabric. Please don't tell the group chat I'm broken. Women will be like, you never open up. Okay, here's how I feel. Wow, wrong. Cool, never mind, I'll just die mysterious. Date night is just two exhausted people scrolling DoorDash like it's Tinder for my sodium intake. What are you in the mood for? I don't care. Okay, tie. Not that. What do you want? I want you to know. Oh my fucking God, just waterboard me. I will say anything to get out of this conversation. Spontaneity doesn't die in marriage. It just clocks out at 9:30 p.m. sharp. But I'll say this. Marriage is the only relationship where you can have an argument, make up, then have another argument about the way you made up. That's advanced black belt level resentment. And when you really sit with it, you start to understand religion. Religion is just self-help rebranded with stained glass. Church got replaced by guys with ring lights screaming, listen up, legends, like they're about to sell me a mindset and mushroom gummy. Every fake guru is selling inner peace like it's crypto. Brother, you just have to manifest abundance. Cool, I tried manifesting rent, my landlord manifested eviction. Who wins that spell battle? Hufflepuff? They're all like, just align your chakras. I can't even align my fucking hips, bro. I'm like an old German shepherd. Know your audience, bitch. Every belief system now is just an MLM with better fonts. Bring 3 friends and earn eternal rewards. That's not salvation, that's affiliate marketing. It's giving Herbalife for emotions. Even atheists think they're above it. At least I'm not religious. Really? You wake up, journal, cold plunge, listen to a podcast about discipline and bully strangers about seed oils while preaching veganism. You joined a cult with electrolytes. Cold plunging changed my life. Yeah, that's called shock, Kyle. That's your nervous system begging you to stop copying Joe Rogan and get a fucking therapist. I love when people say they're spiritual, not religious. You mean you like crystals and attention. And once you see that, you realize we worship food now too. Food is the new god. Fast food is American religion. It's confession with fries and forgiveness in nugget form. Only in this country can one restaurant sell you kale and heart disease in the same combo. Try our new fitness bowl served inside a bucket of melted cheese. Actually sounds kind of good. McDonald's will tweet, we care about your wellness, and then deep fry a salad like, here, idiot, love yourself for $2. Nobody wants nutrition. Nobody wants health. People just want validation that tastes like salt. Someone eats 3,000 calories and goes, it's my cheat day, bro. You've had 5 cheat days in a row this week. You're not off the wagon. You are the fucking wagon, homie. Food influencers kill me. This smoothie changed my life. Yeah, until 11 a.m. when you hit a drive-thru like a raccoon in a Honda Civic. Smoothies are just fruit going through a divorce. We're better blended. Track your macros, my brother in Christ. I'm barely tracking my sanity right now. I'm out here white-knuckling consciousness and you want me to go log my hummus? If one more person tells me clean eating, I'm showing up to dinner with bleach. And you'll talk all that discipline, all that fueling my body, and then your kid walks in absolutely glowing orange from Cheeto dust like a nuclear sunset, and you remember, oh right, I lost the moral high ground 5 years ago. Speaking of moral high ground, Florida. Florida's not a state, it's a psychological thriller filmed in daylight. It's what happens when humidity mates with unresolved trauma. One more. It's a simulation running on bath salts and bad decisions. This week down in the Keys, drunk dad gets pulled over 3 times the legal limit, kid's in the backseat, tries to tell the cop he's ICE. Pulls up an app on his phone. I'm a federal agent. Sir, you're in Crocs and a Bass Pro fishing hat. The only thing you're enforcing is high cholesterol and pedophilia. Deputy goes, even if you were ICE, we'd still deport you for that parenting. Then there's a guy who stole a mom's van from a gas station, drove off, realized there was a baby in the back seat, drops the baby off safe, lectures the parents about situational awareness, and then peels off from the police like he's Batman. Only in Florida can you commit felony kidnapping and community service in the same minute. That's efficiency. Daytona police arrested a giant iguana. This is a true story. Full body cam. This lizard is tail whipping like it's got priors. They threw it in the back of the squad car like, we'll see what the DA says. It's his first offense. Yeah, until you catch him slinging meth in Clearwater with a pelican as a lookout. And my favorite headline of all time, women in Largo assaulted a 72-year-old guy in a mega hat with a soda can and an unidentified liquid. Told cops it was an energy cleanse. No, sweetheart, that's not sage, that's felony Gatorade. Florida's motto should be where even the reptiles get mugshots. And I love it because Florida makes me feel like I'm actually doing okay. Everyone's like, I'm a mess. And Florida's like, hold my meth. Speaking of needing to do meth to cope with everyday life, parenting. Parenting is a lot like running a startup where your employees are violent and HR is completely useless. You're the CEO, the janitor, the therapist, and the cook, and your investors are short, sticky, and scream at you in public in front of your coworkers. We grew up drinking a hose water and licking playground metal in July like it was a push pop. Now parents panic if their kids breathe near tap water. Not that faucet, baby, that's tap. We only drink Icelandic tear glacier alkaline blessed by monks. My daughter saw a rotary phone and thought it was a pizza cutter. She held it like, do you cut it like this? I felt my spine give in. I have failed them. Every toddler has an iPad now. It's tiny little baby cocaine. Try to take it away and they don't cry. They seize. They go still. They just buffer. You ever watch a 3-year-old just stare at a wall doing a firmware update? Installing empathy. 2%, please reconnect. Instagram moms are like grateful for chaos. Are you though? Or are you hiding in the pantry eating Oreos in silence like a raccoon with postpartum? Dads aren't any better. We post one photo holding the baby and expect a parade. You changed one diaper, not the course of history. Calm down, Columbus. Real men show up. Travis, you held your kid for 7 minutes and 32 seconds, then handed him back because he made eye contact for too long. We don't raise kids anymore. We curate them. Family photos look like Target ads. Smile natural. Babe, I haven't smiled natural since 2009. I smile like a hostage in proof of life footage. And then you realize they're getting older, and so are you. And that's when red flags start looking like lifestyle choices. Let's talk about the worst type of people. This one's for you, you bags of shit. If you ever said, I'm not toxic, I'm just passionate, red flag. If your dog has an Instagram but you can't afford therapy, red flag. If you say, I hate drama but keep auditioning for the lead, red flag. If your coffee order requires business loan, red flag. If you subtweet your ex with Bible verses, that's not faith. That's emotional tax fraud. You know what the biggest red flag is, though? When you call everyone else toxic and the common denominator is you. At some point, you stop spotting dysfunction and realize you're the season finale, my friend. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I once yelled, I'm not my father while holding a screwdriver wrong. Therapy's expensive. Self-awareness is free as you get older. And I think we can all agree that I'm aging like fine Botox. Wine. Fine wine. Getting older hits a lot like a bill you forgot was on autopay. One day you sneeze and pull a muscle in your soul. You don't wake up tired. You wake up injured. From what? Sleeping aggressively? Your 20s, I'm never gonna die. Your 30s, why is my knee making dial-up noises? Your 40s, and I'm just assuming here, your 40s is when you stop saying my back hurts and start saying this is just how I am now. We spent our early 20s wanting to die and our 30s terrified that it actually might happen. That's character development. That's your hero arc. Congratulations, you're relatable and exhausted. People say age is just a number. Yeah, and so is 911, but it still matters when you need it. We buy skincare like we're gonna outsmart morality. You gotta get retinol, bro. It reverses aging. No, it doesn't. You're not reversing aging. You're just moisturizing denial. And funerals are weird now because everything's content. People treat grief like Yelp. Rip, bro, haven't gained another real one today. Stop posting like God is running a talent agency, you motherfucker. But getting older gives you honesty. That's the trade. You stop chasing perfect body. The gym humbled that. Perfect marriage humbled that. Perfect faith, religion scammed that. Perfect nutrition, McDonald's deep fried that. Perfect kids, your toddler threw Cheetos at your face and called you mid. Florida stripped your confidence, parenting drained your soul, life coached you against your will, and somehow you're still here. That's adulthood. It's not balance. It's panic with spreadsheets. It's drowning in responsibility and calling it grinding. It's waking up every day held together by caffeine, spite, ibuprofen, and whatever's left in your sense of humor. We act like the meaning of life is peace. No, it's not. The meaning of life is adapting to chaos fast enough that people think you're calm. And if I look stable from the outside, good. That means the performance is working. And that's it for this week's Daily Dysfunction, or as I like to call it, double Ds, because who doesn't want a little more of those in their life? Next week, we're diving into the internet's basically raising us, the algorithm, the dopamine, therapy quotes written by people who definitely shouldn't be giving advice. It's self-help for people beyond help, so don't miss it. New episodes drop every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, live, raw, unfiltered, and probably the reason I'll never work for Disney. Thanks for watching, thanks for surviving, and as always, stay dysfunctional because it's so fun to watch, and honestly, I don't have any other hobbies, so...